everyone, welcome back to Made Janae Beauty, inspiring inner and outer beauty. So if you clicked on this video, you already know what it's about. So basically, I just wanted to give my opinion about Cubans in Miami, the Latin community in Miami, just Miami in general. So if you guys don't know, a little background, my grandparents are actually from Cuba. My father was raised in Miami. So I recently just got back from Miami. Oh my God, how many times did I say Miami? But anyways, I just got back from Miami and I basically just had flashbacks of my childhood and really got to understand like the community and the culture. And honestly, it's just so different from where I live. And I live here in Orange County, LA area. So honestly, just comparing it and just seeing like my different viewpoints, it's completely different. And honestly, I feel like Miami is a complete Latin community, and I really appreciate that about Miami. And honestly, there are so many different types of cultures there. When it comes to the Latin community, I mean, you already have your Caribbean people there, you know, the Haitians, everyone from Caribbean islands. You know, you got your Puerto Ricans, your Colombians. A lot of people are coming from Venezuela, Nicaragua, and then of course you have your Cubans. And Colombians as well. So I mean, when I went there, I probably had, I don't know how many Ubers I had in Miami. And I was with my dad actually, and every time I was in an Uber, my dad would ask where our drivers are from. And a lot of them said they were from Cuba originally. A lot of people were from Venezuela and Nicaragua. And I was completely shocked because I feel like the culture is just growing in Miami, and it's truly just a Latin community there. So I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions about Miami, the Latin community, and Cubans in Miami in general. So if you're interested, please go ahead and keep on watching. And please, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel before watching this video. Love you guys! Okay, so first and foremost, the bakeries in Miami are the best. And I've been going to this bakery actually in Miami. It's actually in Hialeah, Miami. It's called La Fe Bakery, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it's called. But I've been going there ever since I was a child. And I'm pretty sure if you're Cuban, if you're from Miami, you probably know or you probably have heard of that bakery. It's been there for years, you guys, for years. And I just love the bakeries so much because they are so different from the ones here in LA. Here in LA, they're not legit like the ones in Miami. They're not. You get fresh pastries. You get the full-on espresso there, the fresh Cuban bread. And here in LA, I mean, it's fresh, but it's just a different taste. It's not as good as the bakeries in LA. It's really not. And we actually have a bakery here in LA. It's called Porto's Bakery. If you're Cuban or if you're Latin, maybe you know of it if you live here in LA. So yeah, it's a Cuban bakery. It's okay. It's honestly not bad at all, but it's not the same as the bakeries in Miami, specifically Hialeah, okay? So yeah, if you guys ever go to Miami, go to Hialeah and go to the bakeries there. And honestly, I recommend you guys going to La Fe Bakery because it's so amazing. I've been going there since a child. I love it. So let's talk nightlife, you guys. So nightlife in Miami is truly awesome. It really is. I feel like you really truly have that Latin vibe when you're going out in Miami. I mean, here in LA, it's completely different. The vibes are completely different. But I feel like in Miami, it's specifically like a Latin vibe. That's how I feel. That's how I took it. Again, I'm not a local. I'm not really sure completely of how the nightlife works, but I specifically went to this place called Mangos, and it was amazing, you guys. They threw on a full show. These girls were in their outfits, and they just looked so cute in their outfits, and the guys even threw a performance. Like, it was such a good and fun place. And we were walking around South Beach area, and just, I don't know, like, just the buildings look so beautiful. I mean, a lot of those places were honestly, they've been there for such a long time, you know, and they're very historical buildings. So there was this place close by, it's called the Clevelander, and I've heard that place has been there for ages. It's been there for such a long time. It's so historical. But I only really went to the South Beach area when it came to the nightlife. But I feel like it was such complete like Latin vibes. When I went, my camera decided to shut off. But anyways, I felt like South Beach was a total stereotypical Latin vibe, and I truly loved it. But I would love to see more of like the underground places, but I didn't have enough time to check it out. But that was my perception when it came to the nightlife in Miami. And obviously a lot of the areas were, or a lot of the places were truly Cuban inspired, and I loved seeing all of the art pieces. It was just truly beautiful. Let's talk restaurants. So in Miami, honestly, there were so many different types of like Latin restaurants. And me and my father actually went to a restaurant. It was like a Spaniard restaurant in Hialeah. But overall, you guys, the majority of like food, like restaurant places had to have been like Cuban inspired. Majority of the areas that I saw in Miami were Cuban inspired. Even like when going to the malls, they had Cuban food there. And let me just point out, Cuban food is very similar to like Puerto Rican foods and different Caribbean foods as well. So I guess I'm just speaking in general, but I saw a lot of like Cuban inspired places, and that was so awesome because I wish I could find more Cuban places here in LA. I feel like I should just move to Miami, you guys. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I loved seeing a lot of the Cuban inspired restaurants, and I was so excited, you guys, because I went to this place, I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna put a clip soon right here, and they had Cuban like burgers. They're called fritas. I didn't have one because I'm trying this new like vegan diet, but my dad had one and they looked so amazing. And honestly, just seeing that they had that type of like place to eat like got me so excited, you guys. You don't understand. I was so excited just to see that they had like a frita restaurant. Like what? So what I really loved about Miami is that they had the whole metro station, which was very accessible and very convenient. I loved that. And I was honestly able to get from point A to point B in about 30 minutes or less, which I love. So I was able to go to I was able to start off from Hialeah area and go all the way to like the Dadeland Mall area, you know, like, and that's far. So I really love that because I feel like traffic is getting really bad in Miami now, which is relatable to LA as well. So the metro was so convenient, and I felt like everyone that was there was just so different. You had all types of different personalities there, because I'm very observant and I just like to see how people are. And you got a lot of like business people taking the metro as well. We stopped in, I want to say, the Brickell area and like other like downtown areas, and a lot of like business and school people would take the metro. And aside from this, there were a lot of Latin populated people taking the metro, but there were also like your international people. I saw like a lot of French people that were in Miami for business, a lot of Indian people as well, not so much, but you just saw like different types of people taking the metro. But I saw a lot of Latin communities, and it was so funny because I was actually listening to a conversation just because he was so loud. But this guy, he was saying that he moved from Puerto Rico to here because he's a music composer, supposedly. And, you know, he works for Capitol Records or something like that. I don't think it's true, because if it were, he wouldn't be taking the metro. I don't know, I could be lying, but I thought it was so funny, you guys. And there's just different types of people there, which is really, really interesting and cool, but just a lot of Latin people, a lot of Cuban people, and everyone was just so helpful, because honestly, me and my dad got lost so many times. But it was very, very interesting, and I really liked taking the metro. Yeah. So yeah, and then from there, I ended up going to the Bayside area. I believe that's what it's called. But I remember going there ever since I was a kid as well. And it was just so beautiful, so peaceful. And again, just seeing all of the Latin cultures, and they play live music there as well. So they had a lot of like Latin music going on. A lot of people were dancing like salsa, and people were just having a good time there. And it was just so funny. Like I don't know, I thought this was really funny because everywhere, like in the Bayside area, I saw Pitbull's face everywhere. Like a bunch of posters and like just boards of his face. And I thought it was so funny because, I mean, I guess he's known as Mr. 305 worldwide or whatever, but he was everywhere. So I thought it was kind of like a tourist area, or they made it as like a more touristy area. But I thought that was really funny. So I ended up going to the Dadeland Mall, and I want to say there is a mall in Hialeah. What is it called? Oh my gosh, I cannot think right now. The Westland Mall? It could be the Westland Mall. I could be wrong, but totally like Latin, Cuban vibes completely. It's so different, you guys, but I truly love it. I feel like every time I go there, I'm just so encountered with my roots, you know? And it was just so cool to see, like everyone, I don't know, it's just so funny. Everyone is just so dressed up, so Latin, you know? Even the clothes that they would sell at the mall were so driven towards the Latin market, you know what I mean? Even like the grocery stores, you guys. The grocery stores, they even had like pharmacies that were Latin inspired. Everywhere that I went was just Goya products and like just different Hispanic products that they would sell at these grocery stores. So I thought that was really, really interesting and cool to see, because we just don't get that a lot here in LA, or maybe in general anywhere else, you know? you really have to go to a certain like area to buy certain types of like Hispanic or Latin foods. But at Miami, I feel like you can go anywhere and you're gonna find any type of Latin ingredient because it's so overpopulated with the Latin culture, the Cuban culture. So I thought that was so cool. I was so excited when I was just there at a grocery store or at a mall or even eating at a restaurant, just because everything was so united with the Latin Cuban culture. Well, there's my little perception of Miami. I hope you guys like this video. I love Miami so much. I love visiting Miami. I love, you know, seeing my family and seeing just different types of Latin cultures there, even Caribbean cultures. It's just so awesome. Funny story, I actually stayed at Little Haiti. It was my first time getting an Airbnb. I don't think it was the greatest area though, but it was quite an experience, and honestly I want to try Haitian food because I'm really curious about that. But yeah, that was so funny. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're from Miami, go ahead and tell me where you're from exactly. I'd love to know. If you're you know, part of the Latin culture community, let me know. If you guys ever been to Miami, let me know. I'm here from LA, Orange County area, so if you guys have any questions for me, please go ahead and drop them down below in the comment area. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I had fun recording it. So yeah, I will go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media accounts, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!